Heidi-ho neighbors, Radio Goji here, and welcome to Squeeze the World Toys. And today, we're going to be taking a look at Transformers Titans Return Legend Class Gnaw. So who is Gnaw, and why does he look so freaky? Well, Gnaw is, I guess, technically a Decepticon, judging by the emblem on his belly, but more specifically, he's actually a Sharkticon. Sharkticons were first featured in the Transformers animated movie, and did have, I think, another brief appearance during Season 3 of the cartoon, if I remember correctly. But I'm kind of a big fan of the original animated cartoon. I watched it I rented Transformers videos quite a bit when I was a lad of 5 or 6. I mean, obviously it was off TV by then, and when the show first came on to the I think the show first debuted on TV like a month or maybe a couple weeks before I was born. So I watched it all on home video back in the day, and then watched through the entirety of the series on Netflix at some point. But I've always been a fan of the animated movie. So when I found out they had a Sharkticon figure, I had to get it. At least from this line, when I was looking at all the different figures in the line. I really like the Sharkticon's design. It's freaky without being scary. It's obviously got the 80s sci-fi retro 80s future sci-fi thing going on. Very I remember these creeping me out as a kid, but not outright scaring me. But I do like the funky look to them. They got like these little mace tail and whatnot. Gnaw himself, apparently this is supposed to be like a specific Sharkticon named Gnaw. He mostly showed up in like a lot of comic stories. I don't recall Gnaw actually being a singular character in the cartoon whatsoever. And the cartoon is mainly where I know a lot of my facts from. Everything else I've just kind of looked up on the internet because I am mostly unfamiliar with a lot of the comic stuff. I do plan on looking into the IDW comics at one point, but that's neither here nor there. But he does open up his mouth a little bit, and he can move his arms. And the legs do have a nice amount of articulation on them, the ball joints on the hips and the knees. And as I said before, all of the Titans Return alt modes for Legends class figures, Titans Return Legend class figures alt modes, they can accommodate Titan Masters. So let's bring out Ape-Face here, because Ape-Face is a Decepticon, and Decepticons go with Decepticons, right? Well, it depends on how you look at it, because the thing with Gnaw is that the way he carries Titan Masters is actually in his mouth. If we open up his lower jaw, you can see the two pegs down there. So you can peg the Titan Master into his mouth, and that is hilarious. This is funny to me. I love this. You can either carry him around in his mouth, or you can manipulate it, like kind of put him up like this. And it's like he's eating the Titan Master. And in all honesty, with him being a Sharkticon's like ate everything. So I think it's more likely that he's actually eating the Titan Master in this case. I know that the Titan class Tripticon figure does the same sort of thing, eating Titan Masters. But I don't have Tripticons, so this is the closest I'm going to get, and I am not disappointed with that at all. I think that's a great thing. It's super fun. Alright, let's put him off to the side, and well, let's go ahead and transform him into his robot mode. Yep, that's right. This is the alt mode. This is not the robot mode. He does have a more humanoid robot mode to him. So first off, we're going to remove his tail. This is just on a peg in a hole. It comes up and out. And we're going to put that off to the side. I'm also going to bring the fin way back just so that it's out of the way during the transformation. And we're going to unhook the jaw and bring this up. These are actually going to be the legs here. So we're going to open this up all the way and disconnect the legs from each other. Then bring the fin back a little bit so, again, it's out of the way. The face parts are actually going to rotate back to reveal the feet. And I also like to put the arms out of the way like that. The arms, actually, let's go ahead and do the arms real quick. The arms are actually the Sharkticon legs, and they're on this double hinge system where you can pop them out and then back in up here. Do that with both of them. And just basically swing out and twist to get the arms into position, more or less, like this. Then open up the jaw as far as it'll go, and the head will also come out during that process. And then just try to take the fin and put it back up on his back. And here is Gnaw the Sharkticon in his robot mode. And one of the nice touches I do like is on the original G1 figure, as far as I've seen, and I think even in the cartoon, they mainly just, to reveal the robot head, they mainly just kind of opened the Sharkticon mouth. They're like, as far as I know, they didn't turn into parts of the legs like this. This is very much a more modern take on that. But in order to kind of keep the illusion that the mouth is still kind of there, you got these little teeth behind the head, which I think is a nice little touch there. Again, much like Sea Spray, you can't really twist the waist there, but you do have some decent articulation here. You got a hinge for the knee and ball joint on the hip. Again, both the shoulder and the elbow have ball joints, so there's a nice range of motion there. Head can actually turn 360 degrees, and he does have a weapon in the form of his tail. We kind of put that off to the side before, but just kind of put that in his hand, and it's a chain flail that he holds like a gun for some reason. But that's fine. I like this figure a lot. It's definitely among my favorites in the set. I mean, there aren't too many figures that I have that I would not consider to be a favorite or something like that, or something that I really feel essential to what I guess the setup that I have here. But Gnaw is most definitely. I just had to have a Sharkticon. And if you feel like you need to have a Sharkticon, these are more than likely available on Amazon. I highly recommend picking this guy up. He's a cool little guy. Funky alt mode if you're into that sort of thing. I know I really enjoy it a lot. So, yeah. Next time, we're going to actually take a look at some more Legends class figures, but ones that are part of their own sort of subline themselves, or they have a kind of a commonality between them. But until then, I've been Rado Goji, and I'll be here next time. Join me, won't you?